So very good evening to all. So let us start the presentation. So the title for today's presentation is Entrepreneurship Development Skill in Power Engineering. See, we will see what is an entrepreneur. So just some basics. Then what is the difference between an entrepreneurship and an entrepreneurs. Then we will see what and all the steps for entrepreneurial process, then start up a business, then entrepreneur skills, then finally we will touch entrepreneurship and innovation in energy and environment technology. I used to always repeatedly saying that future is electrical. Okay, so now future you have a very wide scope for electrical and electronics engineers. So when you say there is a wide scope, the scope is not only that you have to go and work under a particular person. Okay, so you can become a owner, or which is today's topic. So what is an entrepreneur? Okay, so what is an entrepreneur is an individual who understand the risk associated with creating and organizing and own a business. Okay, just starting a business, we say it involves huge risk. That is, everything what you have to do is you have to invest and you have to start. It is not like working under another organization where you will get a monthly salary. Whether you work to 100% or 80% or 10%, your salary will be credited. But there will be some monitoring committee which will monitor your level of work, and there is always when you put your maximum effort, company will recognize you and they will give upgradation. But when you say entrepreneur, the 100% you have to give, because 100% you have invested. Okay, so that is an individual who takes the risk. That is why the risk comes in front of all other things. Even though you have idea, you have knowledge, all that thing, but there is always risk associated with creating an organizing and owning a business. If you are unable to hear, or if you have any problem in my slide viewing, kindly give a call, because I have been logged only in one user ID, so I am unable to see the far end. Okay, so now personal characteristics of a successful entrepreneur. Who will become a successful entrepreneur? So he should repeatedly, he has to proceed in his work. That is, we call it as persistent. I should repeatedly try. Once if I try, if I fails, I should not leave. Once if I leave, I will not be a successful entrepreneur. Then creative. Creative is, you have to be different from others in try to do a particular thing. Responsible, you should have an eye responsible. Inquisitive is the person who has the knowledge of repeatedly doing a thing. Then you should have a goal. Then independent, then self-confident and risk taker. The thing is, when we learn more, we take less risk, and the person who is uneducated will take more risk than us. That you can see. Okay, see, there is no roadside shop kept by an educated fellow, which means they are ready to take risk. Since we have studied, we will always go for everything for calculation, and we will not step in. Okay, we will not directly go to entrepreneur. So that is why there is more difficulty in production or in generation of entrepreneur from engineering background. Okay, so from engineering background, even though every year more than 1 lakh of engineers are produced, and this lack of engineers will go into an organization and try to work, rather they will not start up. Because of what they have learned, that makes them to take less risk. But to become an entrepreneur, the first thing is, foremost is, you should take a risk. Then you should, next is self-confident. If you have lack of confidence, then you cannot become an entrepreneur at all. What is the difference between an entrepreneurship and entrepreneurs? Entrepreneurship is the process of starting and running own business. Entrepreneur is an entrepreneur who is an individual who undertake the risk associated with creating, organizing and owning a business. Now let us see steps of entrepreneurial process. Okay, in this first one we call it as discovery. Discovery is, see, for example, entrepreneurs are on all field. Okay, so I will give you a small example. A person who started selling vegetables, okay, so he started buying vegetables from a wholesaler and he put a shop and he sells, okay. So on day one he tried to buy more number of vegetables, but only half of the vegetables get sold. What you will do? You will not throw this, but try to keep it and sell it tomorrow. So what happens is, now this is not as fresh as on the day one, so no one will buy, and even if you sell, you will not earn a good name. So to become a good entrepreneur, what you have to do is go for online mode. You say you book everything online, so you won't put a shop at all. Only based upon your order which you receive, go to your dealer, get it and sell. So this is called a good entrepreneur. So for this you should go for discovery. Discovery cannot be done without taking any step. So you have to take step. From that step you have to search and come out. That we call it as discovery. So what is from our side, if you say an engineering, you have to start with some circuit operation. At the first step itself you will not end with a final solution, but you have to repeatedly do something and try to do recovery from that. That recovery will be discovery of that particular thing. Then concept of development. 1 minute. Sorry for the interruption. The concept development is, I might have got an idea, and that idea I have to develop. See, you might have got an idea like saying, I have to optimize this particular thing. So to do optimize, there will be n number of opportunities, but you should go on your concept development and try to then resourcing, then actualizing, and final step is harvesting. You have to sell your product, and then from that you have to get the returns. So the step one, the stage in which the entrepreneur generate an idea, recognize an opportunities and study the market. This is for, that is why I have given an example like vegetable. Okay, it is not only vegetables, anything. So even if you want to make a brush, toothbrush, automatic toothbrush, that is, just keep it near your mouth. The toothbrush itself has to move up and down, front side, all back side, and try to wash your teeth. So that is also a thing. For that you need some idea, recognize an opportunity, and there should be a market. If you sell this, they should buy. Okay, but nowadays you can sell, because now the people, they are not ready to do any work. Okay, so entrepreneur consider the following: hobbies or skill, consumer needed or wants. So you have to identify whether that consumer needs that thing or he wants. Conduct a survey. Okay, just you have to throw your option to so many fellows, and you have to try to ask whether this, what you think will be a product, whether it is required. That is called conducting a survey. So you will give it to all, and you will ask them whether if this is like this, it is available, will you go for it? And you have to put so many questionnaires. Then study demographics, the place where you put that object. Okay, next step we go for concept development. So development a business plan. So business plan, I think this area and all will be new for you, because we have studied all the papers on electrical. So now when you become an entrepreneur, you should know, you should have some knowledge of MBA. So you should have some business plan. Business plan is a detailed proposal describing the business idea. Choose a location for the business. See, some products will be sold in some particular countries. Just as a joke I am saying, you should not go and sell like hair dye in Tirupati. Okay, that is nowhere related. Already the person who goes to Tirupati will do the total removal of hair. There you cannot go and sell your dye, hair dye and all. So that is what we say. Choose the location for the business. Is the business online, or does it has physical location for customers to visit to purchase product, service, or combination? Decide if the idea will need a partner, patent, or trademark. If when you try to do anything new, then we will go for patent. When you keep any particular name for your product, then we will go for trademark. That is the difference between a patent and a trademark. So we have to decide, and at the end of the session I will show you something where I have had a problem. All that I will share it with you. Okay. So the foremost thing in concept development itself is you should have a business plan. You have to check whether it is need to be patent, whether it should be go for trademark. Then come resourcing. In this stage in which entrepreneur identifies and acquires the financial human capital resource needed for the venture of startup. See, some product may cost less, where some product will be very costly. So you have to find financial, and for manufacturing this you should require some human. For example, at the time of generating the idea, doing survey, you should not go and employ people, because that is waste. When you will go for employing, only at the stage of production you need employers, and the employers are doing a different role. One survey, for survey you will use employees with MBA knowledge, then for design the person with R&D knowledge, then for development you need a person which is just a labor. Okay, so human is a common term where all type of labors and all type of person will come into it. Then capital resource needed for the venture, startup and etc. So all this comes under resourcing. Identify the potential investors. So you should find the investors. So there are so many investors are ready to invest. Apply for loan, grants and financial assistance. Even there are government are now they are providing financial assistance. I think when they introduced myself, they told I have received from a Texas instrument. So that is, we call it as Indian Innovation Challenge Design Contest. In that they ask you to tell your idea, then the idea they will provide fund for manufacturing, and even if you cross that stage, then they will start even providing money and you can even become a startup. So to become startup, that is a good opportunity. You can go and search in net. Indian Innovation Challenge Design Contest will be held every year, where the required ICs and controllers, because we are from basically electrical electronics background, so you can get all the required microcontrollers ICs from Texas Instrument as a free, so that your idea can be made as a product. Okay. Then hire people is last case. Okay, once everything is over, then only we will go further. Then actualization, the stage in which entrepreneur operates the business. So till this instant, nothing will be on the top of the table. Only ideas, just writing in paper, all will be in paperwork. Only in actualization stage, the product will come on the table. Okay. So grand openings of the business, day-to-day operation of the business will start. Then harvesting. Once your product has been given to the consumer, and if the consumer is satisfied, then comes harvesting. You will get the return in this stage. But on a regular basis, you have to go for getting reviews from the customers, and if they want any change, that change has to be made and it has to be released as a new product. Again, I will give an example. Olden days we had a washing machine, and nowadays also we had a washing machine. There is a huge difference between the washing machine in around 1980s to washing machine in 2022. We say so many things are there inbuilt in washing machine, and we cannot accept to 100% that all thing is been incorporated, but something is incorporated and development is made. In the year 1980 washing machine, you will have a motor, you will have you will put the cloths, you put the water. Water will be made to rotate either in clock direction or in anti-clockwise. That's all. It will stop. It has completed washing. You have to take the cloth, then you have to squeeze it, you have to make it dry, then you have to go. But nowadays what is happening? You just put your cloth, tell what type of cloth it is, automatically the amount of water, the amount of detergent, the temperature required for water, everything is taken care by the washing machine itself. Then that washing machine will rotate both in clockwise and anti-clockwise. That is not as changed, that remains constant. Okay, the only thing which is constant from the 1980 to till 2022 is rotation in clockwise and anti-clockwise. Okay, the water rotation. then your dust will be removed, then it will go for second stage washing, third stage washing, then spin. It totally removes the water from the cloth. Just put and dry for just 1 or 2 hours on sun, and directly you can take it. So now you can see, so there is so many changes as that. So when you will stay in market, if your product is go on refining, if there is no refine, your product will go to dustbin. So you have to develop a product, give it to the customer, constantly get the comment from the customer and try to update it, do the updation, and only if you are doing updation you will sustain in the market. Okay, see, IFB is there, Siemens is there, they too are there in the market for washing machine, because of they are constantly they upgrading. Even now they say they have fuzzy based washing machine and all. Okay, so that is what in harvesting. So you have to develop a product, bring it to market, then you cannot sleep. You cannot say my task is over, I am become an entrepreneur, I will go for sleep. All that cannot be done. That is why, see, expansion to additional location, company to change structures. You have to constantly change your structures. Then comes starting a business. Okay, developing a business plan, acquiring finance, meet legal requirements. Always this legal requirements plays the major role. So I repeat, so to become an entrepreneur, what and all is required? You must require a technical knowledge. That is foremost important, and that is what we have learnt in 4 years. So what we learn in 4 years is technical knowledge. Only with the technical knowledge it is not sufficient. You should have business plan. Business plan is business strategy, that is something related to MBA. Then third one is you should require finance. So for that only I have told, nowadays like what to say, Department of Science and Technology and various government organizations are coming forward, because when you compare India with world, now we have to bring our own products. That is the role of all Indian citizen, and that is what the country start expecting, everything from India. Okay, so even from government side they are ready to give finance. Only thing you have to be focused. Then last one which is required is meet legal requirements. So before going you have to clear all the legals. You have to register, companies should be registered, what is the partnership level, who and all are partners, what is the business plan. When you say you are going to start, it cannot be started in a single day. It takes time. First your idea has to be finalized, then the design has to be analyzed, then what about the finance support you are getting, so what is the share to them, then you will try to start your industry, then only you will go for production. So production may takes around 2 to 3 years. Okay, so then only your production. So all this is nothing but starting a business. Develop a business plan. A business plan is a detailed proposal that describes a new business. Process of business plan. This is what we want to learn. See, we have technical knowledge. This is what we have to learn. This is obtain financing, help organize and analyze data critical to new business, provide a startup proposal. All this we have to do to get a finance. Okay. Then comes component of business plan. Now I will tell what and all the components present in business plans. Then executive summary. Executive summary is you have to very crisp, you have to explain what you are going to do. You should not say more or you should not say less. So brief 1 to 2 page description of key point of each section of the business plan. How you are going to do, with how many people you are going to do, what is the technology in which you are going to do, and this is for what particular people you are going to do, and who will be benefited by this. That will entirely you have to put together and put it in 1 or 2 page as an executive summary. This is the first thing. So wherever you go and meet any person, like for funding, you should show this. Okay, so this should have all, but here you are not required to show your circuit diagram or product technology and all. Technology description is not required here. Then product bar service plan, present product and service briefing offered. So whenever you approach or whenever you start telling your business plan, you should not say this is fallen from heaven, that this is the newest idea, none other than me had told this idea. All such things you should not say. You should say that this product is there. With this present product, what and all problem is there, or presently how it is been taken care. All that thing you have to explain, and you have to say that I have moved from this to this extent and this will serve better. Like that you have to say. That is called product or service plan. A unique feature of your product should be explained. You can explain a unique feature, but you should not say product itself is new. Then comes management term plan. Okay, when you say management term plan, qualification of the entrepreneur, qualification of any partner you may be involved in the business venture, that tells about management team plan. So you should separate the team. So you have to separate the team, that this team will take care of business, this team will take care of, that is business or marketing, this people will take care of analyzing, and this people is an R&D people, and this people are the employees. See, you should not take the you should not employ R&D team or the employees at the starting stage, because they are not required. What is initially required? Initially survey is required, then initially you have to analyze, then you have to design, you have to test. Till that you can do. Once the testing is done, then comes your production team, and then research team is for further development, and so on. So all that various levels of team will come under management team plan. Then industry bar market analysis. See, I am preparing a product and it takes 2 to 3 years. Within this 2 to 3 years, some other fellow should not make a product, then your product will be waste. And within 2 to 3 years, your product should not lose its importance. So at very fast your idea should be brought into world. It should not spread more. If it spread more, there will be a problem. Again I will give an example. I have done an issue. See, I will show you a video and all. There you can see how I failed. I will give a real-time example there. Okay. Then operation plan includes all process involved in production and delivery of the product and the service to the customer. Then comes organizational plan, the management philosophy of the business, key management proposal, then key employment policy, all such things. Then comes marketing plan. This is, see, a good product with a bad marketing plan will leads to failure. A bad product with good marketing plan will be, you can even success. You can see in net, or you can see in so many ads, they will explain as if that product is very much useful, but when you buy it and keep it in home, not even 2 to 3 days you will not use that product. You will just buy it and keep it at a corner. I think in all our houses you will have like this, like a machine for fruit juice. We will buy, we will do 2 or 3 days, we will put a juice from that particular machine, then it will go and sleep at any corner of your house. Okay, so marketing plan is the main thing. Then growth plan, how you are going to expand. Okay, see, when my product is sold outside, I should not start expanding. I should wait and see whether if I expand, then also I will have the customer. For example, you might have seen an issue in Jallikat issue. Then all are wakened up saying that only Indian product we should use. Then what they did is all youth like you as well as people, they started saying that we should not buy Coca-Cola. Okay, so what had happened? All have stopped drinking Coca-Cola. Then they moved towards a person called Kalishwari Bovento. Now what happens is, this Coca-Cola fellows, if you are not buying, they will not close the company and they will go, because they are very big multinational companies. They will wait and see till what time you are able to forget them and buy Bovento. So what happened is 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, then what the Bovento fellow did is, their product is moving very faster rate, so they started expanding the company. Now this fellow will come, the fellow, Coca-Cola fellow will come. 6 to 8 months has gone, everybody will forget what is our motive behind. So we might have stopped drinking Coca-Cola and we might have moved to Bovento. but over a period of time, when it crosses to 1 year, suddenly what this fellow will do, 1 liter Coca-Cola is only 15 rupees. He knows about us, he knows very much about us, because we only think about money, that is Indian. We accept, we will not go for directly, we will not go for a product with high rate. So obviously we suddenly fall to Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Now what will happen to Bovento? He thought he has a customer and he expanded. Now suddenly he falls. Whether he will be able to withstand? No, that comes a question mark. So growth plan should be there. You should not think the customer is there, grow, expand. Then the opponent will play a role and they will put a big question mark. Okay. Then financial plan, how we are going to get loans and all such things. Again, we should have a plan, and that plan we will all do. All Indians are more financial planners. We earn, we save. We should be very proud. Among all countries in the world, only in India, more number of people they save. Whatever they earn, they save. They at least minimum 25% we will try to save and keep it as a bank balance. But now younger generation, they are also moving towards America and US trend, that whatever they earn they spend, but that is not a good financial plan. Then comes your finance the business, identify the potential investor. So proper investor you have to find. Example, if it is small case, you go with families, friends, other business people, employees. Then contact financial agencies for loan, like small business administration, like MSME, then banks and credit unions, then insurance company. All such thing will help for finance the business. Then comes this is the major role. Everybody will fail here. That is the legal thing which is involved. You might have seen a company called Sakti Masala, okay, Sakti Masala, and you might have heard somebody called Sakti Sugars, which is ABT Sakti Sugars. So now what happened is, this Sakti Sugars, they add a logo like a whale in their thing, but they have not gone for trademark. But this Sakti Sugars, this Sakti Masala who came after Sakti Sugars, he has gone for trademark, and now he has forced that's to remove the logo of Sakti Sugars itself. So that is the legal issue. So at the time of starting itself, you should properly design your logo, and that logos and all should be trademarked, which means no other person can use it. Even Murugan Italy faced this situation. Now if you have noted, last 2 years back Murugan Italy logo was different, now they have changed. That is because some other small Murugan Italy, same Murugan Italy name, who kept it and he registered, and this big fellow Murugan Italy shop, they failed. So that you have to go. So you should go for proper licensing, you should get license, you should get all such things. Then you should have a contract between your personalities, what is their each and every role, and what is the share which you are going to give, then zoning laws, then tax. Okay, all this comes under the legal. Then protecting your business is trademark, patent and copyright. Okay, trademark, protect a business name and logo. That is what I have told. What is trademark is your name and logo will comes under trademark. See, if you keep Raja, Guja, whatever you say, that name has to be, you have to go for trademark. And if you are using any logo, you should be very cautious, you get the trademark. Otherwise, once your business grows up, and if you have not got trademark for your logo, some other fellow will use this and he will force you to remove that from your brand. Then we will lose our customers. Suddenly changing the logo will make loss of customers. So that is why we say we go for trademark. Then comes patent. Patent is protect the invention of the product or the process from the theft. I will give an example. I have lost my product due to patent. I have not patent, and that product now it is there in world and I cannot claim anything. Okay. Then comes copyright. Protect creative works, literacy, musical, grammatic, artistic words. All this comes under copyrights. Okay. For our case, we doesn't go for copyright, we go for trademark and patent alone for our engineering. So now we will see what and all skills required. So skills needed for a successful entrepreneur. So first one is communication skill. The communication skill we say here is not communication in English or Tamil. You have to clearly explain what is your product. That is called communication skill. Then human relation skill. Human relation skill is you have to cope up with all. You have to mingle. You have to go till the bottom of the people and try to identify what is their requirement, what is their need. Then comes math skill. Math skill is if you are making a product for 5 rupees, what is the rate you have to fix, then you will get profit. So at the time of starting, you should not keep okay, outside this product is 22, I will sell for 15. He is not fool to sell at the rate of 22. That we should remember. See, when a person is selling at a particular rate, and when you say you are going to start, then you should not keep as low as possible your rate and start selling, because on the one day you cannot raise your product cost and come to that level. So there should be a math calculation skill. Then problem solving and design making skill. This is purely our core. And next is also our core technical skill. So problem solving, technical skills is what we have learnt in 4 years, what JPR college has taught you, what that is a unique thing which you have acquired. From that you have to make the product. Then basic business skill, how to sell, where to sell, with help of whom to sell, all this comes under that. Okay. Now when you say entrepreneur, there is 3 broad classification is there. One is manufacturing. So manufacturing entrepreneur, then trading entrepreneur, then comes servicing entrepreneur. So in manufacturing entrepreneur, who is got an idea, gone for analyze, gone for design, then gone for manufacturing, then selling. So that comes under manufacturing. Trading is buying something and selling. For example, there are so many entrepreneurs like I will do CCTV cameras. So that will come under third one called servicing. Okay, I have acquired some knowledge. With that knowledge, I will try to develop for you a particular application, and that is not manufactured by me. For example, you can get small knowledge is required. That's all. Acquire that knowledge, and you can go for arranging CCTV to yours friends, families, where you will know what and all you have to buy, how to arrange, what to do, and how to fix the camera. You can keep a margin and you can earn. This is also an entrepreneur, but this is a service oriented entrepreneur. Trading is buying from one person, selling to another person, buying at a rate, selling at a rate, get a margin. That is also an entrepreneur. So there are these 3 main. So first is manufacturing. A manufacturing business is one which converts the raw material into finished product to meet the demand of the customers. So like bringing a product. Okay. Then comes trading. Trading business does not manufacture a goods or a product, but only facilitates the act of bringing the finished good. This you can all start. Okay, we can all start, like automatic door lock, automatic lighting system, arranging CCTV cameras. So all this comes under this. Okay, you are not manufacturing, you use the finished good and try to make it for the customer. So this is customer tailor made. Service, any business activity that intentionally which cannot be seen and felt but is defined by a buyer is called service. So if anything is repaired, bring it, you can repair it and give it. For this you should have a knowledge like mobile service station, all such things. So putting a mobile service station is also for entrepreneur. Okay, so this is how it has been 3. Now I will give some ideas I will throw, so that entrepreneur development in energy and environment technology. This is our final. Okay, what type of entrepreneur we expect from our JPR college students. So this we expect that, see, there is a very huge opening in energy sectors. Okay, see, now we say we have polluted, our ancestors has polluted, our fathers and forefathers has polluted the environment. So everything is on our hand now to reduce the carbon emission, whatever you say, greenhouse effect, common. So what we do, we say we move for renewable energy. So when you move for renewable energy, the future is only renewable energy. So how you are going to do? So there is a lot of opportunities are there. So that is what being explained in the point. During the past 3 decades, the environmental concern has attracted more attention in order to find more environmental begin and sustainable technology. The role of entrepreneur in the transformation of energy sector towards sustainable and clean technology has been significantly highlighted. So you are go for electric vehicle, okay, so solar based vehicle, then an hybrid system. Even nowadays, even already the companies has entered into the field and they have started, but there is more wide opening is there. You can go for a small level of application, like see, you can put a solar based pumping for agriculture, solar based pumping for home, then solar based drying methods, all such things. For a particular application you have to identify. See, concept is old, but bringing to a new application is what is required. You interconnect with some type of controllers. So most of the clean and sustainable energy technologies are in R&D phase. So they are in R&D phase only. So you can use your brain also there and try to bring it as a product. So they depend mainly on university research. I will tell you, see, I have been told, no, I have been awarded from Texas Instruments. So I should tell you what I have done so that I should receive that. So what we have done is, we have manufactured a robo. So robo is not new, robo is old, and our robo has 6 wheels, and all the 6 wheels are separately powered, so they can go up and down. All this thing you know. So again, this robot, you can say it is for like Mars application, where the surface is not flat, there is up and down. So all the wheel has to separately go up and down. Okay, all this was there, just we took an application, that's all. What we say is, we went to fire station, fire rescue. We went there, we told, sir, we had a robo. If a building got fire, you put our robo inside. This robo will not put off the fire and all, but this robo will move in and there inside and tell you what and all got fired and what and all is yet to get fired, so that what and all can be protected. So from outside, your fire extinguisher, where you want to spray water, what you want to protect, all that our robo will visualize and show you. That's all we did. Think of that. See, that is what required. Just the application is required than any other thing. See, robo is not new. That rover type robot is also not new. Only thing the new was, we told the application. So when there is a fire in 6th floor, I cannot send a person go and see what is there inside and please die there. He is also human. I am right. The fire extinguisher is not from the heaven, that there is no assurance that he will not at all catch fire and all. I cannot say. He is also human. So think how we are projecting. We are projecting like, see, he is also human. He will also get into fire. So I am giving an idea. What idea? That my robo will go and see where and all fire is there and which portion has not got into fire. Just spray the water there so that the fire will not spread. So that we did, and that our work was selected by the Texas, that is Indian Innovation Challenge Design Contest. So like that, you have to select it and you have to do. Okay, only that application plays a major role. So there are more options, you have to think. So what is the definition of startup and how can you explain the role of entrepreneur? What is the innovation and why it's so important? That you have to repeatedly ask in your brain. All these questions should be repeatedly asked by your brain. Then only you will come to a conclusion. What is the consideration as an active? Okay, all that things should come in your mind repeatedly. All these questions. Is the capital the main barrier to active this type? What specific qualities does the field of energy and environment lack? Then how it is possible to overcome the above mentioned barrier? All these things should be repeatedly occurring in your brain. So innovation chain is an idea, a concept, I have told now, no, there is an idea and concept. Similarly, there are so many. Even if you want, I can give some more ideas also. See, there are laborers who are getting inside the manhole and they in the drainage and they try to remove the block. See, even these workers also human. They die every year. You can see in articles that where it is emitting very harmful gas inside your drainage, and the gas leads to death of that particular people. So there you can keep a robot, and that robot should have like something like front side structure which is like for grinding coconut at your home. So like such structure if you have, and if you grind inside, automatically the blocks will get released. So like that also you can do. So it will start with an idea, then you will do some basic research, then you apply the basic research, then you develop, then you come to the engineering and manufacturing department, then comes your marketing, then your product you have to go for service, which means you have to upgrade. Okay, this is called innovation chain. Some ideas like biomass, with the help of biomass, initially biomass for only cooking. Now why can't you use this biomass and generate power? Why can't you save that power in battery? So whenever you lack of power, use that power. Then see the second diagram, which is like what to say, it is like a asbestos sheet, but this is not asbestos sheet, this is our collectors. So why just you prepare asbestos? Don't go for asbestos, use our asbestos, which is nothing but a thermal collector which will collect the heat, and with that heat you can heat your water or heat your water to steam, convert to power. All that is left to you. Then solar hybrid system. So hybrid is you generate power as well as you heat your water. For both you can use. Then water heating. In water heating you can use water for various application after heated in industries. So with this I will stop my presentation. Okay, but I will